it's me, Christina, and I think we should go on a date. For this week's TN Talk, we are in my basement. Woo, spooky basement. And we are down here because I have taken on a new feat, TN Talkers. I have decided that I am going to figure out what goes into making a song besides just playing a piano and writing music and then going to a studio. A lot of the times when you do this, you get into the studio and maybe you hit some traffic on the way in. So when you get there, you're in a bad mood, you're not really feeling the most creative and the most into it, but you paid for the studio, the sound engineer is there. And so you're under this extra stress, besides the stress of someone hitting a record button and striving to be absolutely perfect on the first take, because no one wants to be there until midnight, especially in December when it's snowing. You get the idea. A lot of recording, a lot of that spontaneous, really inspired stuff, those moments that you really want to capture the most, it's really hard to get that in a studio because you're in a room by yourself, you're not really with a crowd and an audience, and recording is really hard to do. And so I decided that I was going to get my hands on a version of Pro Tools Express and use it almost as a composition and arranging tool, because that's the other thing. If you pay for studio time to go in with the full band, you have to know exactly how you want something to sound. And rehearsals are great, and we do a ton of live rehearsals, but it would be nice to give the band an idea of what's in my head before we all sit down. Just a really great starting point for everyone to be creative and inspired on. I'm in no way opening a home studio. I barely know what I'm doing with this. If you've ever worked with Pro Tools, you know what I'm talking about. It's a huge program with all these buttons and things, and I'm really looking to use it more as an arranging and composition tool. So that being said, I've been working on just figuring my way around the system, and I figured what better way than with a new song. And it does the coolest thing ever. I'm going to turn you around so you can hopefully see the screen and see what I'm doing. It does really the coolest thing ever. You can then, once you record your audio tracks, you can hit a score button, and then it'll make parts for the guys in the band, which is like the neatest thing ever, I think, because usually I'm down here on Sibelius plucking out note by note and adjusting things so it looks like a human could read it. If you just use Sibelius, you know what I'm talking about too. I love Sibelius, it's great, I love it. But sometimes it writes like a computer would read it and not how a human would read it. So you have to go back in and humanize it after it gets it in. But anyways, don't worry, I'm still going to be a pen and paper gal. I don't think I could write anything without my scratchbook and my giant music paper. This just makes it easier for me to communicate with the other people in the band what I'm hearing, what parts go where, and, you know, just the bare bones so everyone can be more efficient in a rehearsal. So, I have here in front of me, I'm going to spin you around so you can see the screen. I've been having a blast. I've been going in and putting new voice parts and editing things, and it's been quite the learning curve, but here's what I got. So here, I hope you can see it. I hope it's not all funky. This is my session, and I put in a little drum loop, which my drummer is going to hate, but it's just an idea. Okay, so there's a little drum loop, and then I put in a little guitar thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit play, and you can just kind of watch it go with me. Can you see that? Can you see anything? Oh gosh, it's like super. Did I show you anything? Alright, there it is. Woo woo! Sorry, I'm trying to turn my phone around while I'm doing this. Okay, so we're just going to give it a quick little listen here. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, so don't judge me and don't hire me to do your mixing because I don't know what I'm doing. Is it there? There it is. Ta-da! Why is it so crooked? I'm crooked. This is why I don't do video stuff too. So you're learning a lot about me today. Okay, so that's like 10 seconds of something that I threw together Like I said, I'm just not planning on, where did I have you? Because I had you here. I'm not planning on, you know, sending this to a studio or whatever, but it's just going to be great to be able to have the guys in the band come over and listen to this and say, okay, so this is kind of what I'm hearing, because usually I just go, you know, and we make it work, but what a cool way to kind of express yourself and to maybe capture those moments, because who knows, maybe on a Tuesday night at like 8 o'clock, when I don't have an appointment at the studio, I can run down here and record something that we can use for something maybe later. So anyways, I've been writing a lot. I've been playing around with this a lot. I hope everyone's being creative and having a beautiful summer. And I'll see y'all next week.